Even as U.S. President Donald Trump reached out to NATO allies for help to secure the Strait of Hormuz, he has been left in the lurch, with multiple countries now snubbing his offer. He's increasingly staring at no endgame in sight as the West Asia war continues. And amid all of this, Trump vented his frustration in a Truth Social post. He confirmed that most NATO allies do not want to get involved with this military operation in Iran. He said, and I quote, "I always considered NATO to be a one-way street. We will protect them, but they will do nothing for us." Citing military success in Iran, he said that U.S. no longer needs assistance of the NATO countries. In fact, he specifically targeted Japan, South Korea and Germany for not reciprocating, even though America hosts thousands of troops in these countries. Previously, remember, Donald Trump had warned NATO allies of a very bad future if they didn't help U.S. on the Hormuz front.
You have to remember, we have 45,000 troops in Japan. We have 45,000 troops in South Korea. We have 45,000, 50,000 troops in Germany. We defend all these countries. And then, do you have any minesweepers? And they say, well, would it be possible for us not to get involved? We spend trillions and trillions of dollars on NATO to defend other countries. And I always said, but if it ever comes time to defend us, they're not going to be there. Many of them would not be there, and we're going to have to start thinking more wisely.
Now, why did Trump single out these countries? Remember, Japan accounts for the highest number of U.S. military personnel stationed in any country across the world. At present, it hosts over 53,000 U.S. troops, along with a slew of helicopters, jets, and aircraft carriers. On the other hand, there are around 28,500 U.S. troops in South Korea. Camp Humphreys, America's largest overseas military installation, is also located in Seoul. In Europe, Germany has the largest presence of U.S. troops, increasing steadily from around 39,000 in 2019 to 50,000 now. However, Tokyo has remained firm. Addressing Parliament, remember, Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi said that no decision had been taken to dispatch its destroyer ships to safeguard the Strait of Hormuz. She's also hinted at legal complications in fighting Iran.
As I mentioned earlier, if I were to approve this and the Minister of Defense were to issue the order, the situation is such that we cannot dispatch troops if the opposing party is assumed to be a state or an organization equivalent to a state. It means it's extremely difficult legally.
Similarly, South Korea has been tight-lipped on this matter. When questioned on whether Hormuz deployment could breach domestic laws, the South Korean Foreign Minister Cho Ha-yoon stressed that his government will act according to the constitution. Germany, though, openly challenged Trump's diktat. Its Chancellor Friedrich Merz stressed that his country will not take part in the West Asia war. He's also made it clear that Germany will not intervene until the war continues.
Like the United States and Israel, we want to see an end to Iran's nuclear and missile programs. But we will not take part in this war. We have said this from day one. That remains the position of the federal government. This also means that as long as the war continues, we will not participate in ensuring freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz by military means.
But this is not all. Other NATO allies like UK, Australia, Greece, Italy and Poland have all ruled out sending their naval ships to protect Hormuz. Even as a majority of these countries have rebuffed Donald Trump's request, Finnish President Alexander Stubb has now emerged as an outlier. Speaking with Bloomberg Television, he cautioned NATO allies to take Trump's warning on the future of the alliance seriously. Stubb also added that countries which have the capacity to help America will eventually do so. As Iran continues to bar ships belonging to U.S., Israel and its allies from passing through the Strait of Hormuz, the stakes for Trump are just getting bigger.